Alright, get him in. Make a line on me.
Oh, it's not here.
Oh, it's not here. Add a quick time. Forward march.
It was a good effort, Artie. It was a good effort.
Left. To the right now, y'all. Oh, wait, the two bags.
I can't wait for everybody to get team kills here.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? That's happened last time.
Like, everything terrible.
Okay, these are all Yanks, so like, we might survive, but maybe. That's a fat maybe.
Yeah. I've been killing like
Everybody clap your hands.
Is that CSA charging already?
Maybe. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Hey, double quick catch up. Double quick catch up, let's.
Keep playing them instruments, boys, until we
More
die.
Yankees. Join the line. Join the line, boys. Join the line. Yeah. Woo. Join the line, boys. Jesus Christ. Oh, wrong way. Sorry.
Come on in. Come on in.
Dude, stop sniffing me, man. It's getting rude.
You look like you smell. Oh, he's down.
We're taking hits. We're
Oh,
taking hits.
keep
We're
going.
taking hits. Don't
Oh,
stop.
we
Don't stop.
lost two.
Don't stop.
Oh
Keep
my
going.
god. Oh, no, no.
The show must go on. The show must go on.
Keep going. Don't get that yank.
The show must go
Stop
on.
killing the fucking
Do
musicians.
not stop. Do not stop. The show must go on.
Oh shit, they're
The
being
show
pulled.
must
Sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, the show must go on. Do not stop. We will not.
All right, how y'all doing? A little bit of mean nonsense going on here in the pubs. Never a bad thing. Hope y'all having a good week. Hope y'all having a good new year. So we're in 2025 now. So I got a little bit of time here. Still kind of in between the things. So I had time for at least a couple matches here. It looks like they are on a contention bent here. We'll see if this sticks going and maintains for a bit. We'll take a look at the construction project, the art that was being constructed here earlier by the Cannon Crews.
Do we want canister or shell?
It's a good metaphor for life in this game in general.
Canister or shell?
Yeah, they got 3 flags down there.
Canister or
This
shell?
match is almost over anyway, so. Union has not been doing well past couple matches. It is basically a pub stomp going on right now by 12th VA. See, they got Mr. Rocky, Mr. Viceroy. Well, they got CB, Mr. Paxton there with them as well, and then Mirror World. So not as much as a pub stomp as it was earlier. Past couple games, we got Yeeter, Chunky from 12th VA, Krabby Brute, and Mr. Hazel. So we'll see what happens on the next map. See if we get a little bit more of a an event going. Now I figured too, while you know stuff is going on, I'd give you guys a
mayhem on the left.
bit of an update as to what's going on with the channel, kind of where I want to take it in 2025,
That's their mayhem, not ours.
and just keep you guys kind of informed as to what's going down with all that. We'll watch this melee first, though.
John Brown was a terrorist.
John Brown was a terrorist. John Brown was a terrorist.
Hey, what's going on, Cranks?
Watch out for friendlies. Watch out.
Nobody likes the Yankees.
Kill this fucking officer, you traitor bitch. Oh, you got blasted in the head. Yeah, you should be holding the fucking rebel horn there, buddy. Press T, boys, press T. Oh, there's a Yankee right here.
There's a Yankee right there.
Yankees northwest. Thank you. Back on that point, that's not a point.
Yoda Yank. Wait, no. Stop. I'm a part of the musician corps.
All right, pull it back, though.
He is a
It all
non-combatant.
keeps adding up.
Think I've had enough.
Turn that off.
Down south in the land of traitors, rattlesnakes and alligators, right away, come away, right away, run away. We're cotton's king and in our chattels, Union boys will win the battle, right away, come away, right away, come away. We'll all go down to Dixie, away, away. Each Dixie boy must understand that he must find his Uncle Sam, away, away. We'll all go down to Dixie.
I will shoot you now, rebel.
You missed.
Order fixed bandits! Fixed bandits!
I think they're looking forward to the next round, see how it goes for them.
Yeah, up and over and charge, guys.
It's the third map in a row that's been engaged last stand
Pull out the blicky and tell it go quick.
for the CSA beating the Union, so it has not been a great night for that team.
Bayonet go shing shing. Bayonet go shing shing, motherfucker. Damn you. King. Thank you, boy.
Break loads, left side. Break loads.
They
Get ready.
cannot
Come on,
respawn.
come on.
Nope. It's too bad I was playing last night. They had the new maps going. It was quite good. Had a couple of really good matches. So they're doing contention tonight. So we shall see on that one. Yep, CSA has secured the field, unsurprisingly. So yeah, for the channel. So I have just general life stuff. I have finished up one thing. Moving on to the next. So my hours are, at least for the next couple months, are going to be fairly stable, although that might change. So we'll see, and then in the summertime, we'll really see. But for the immediate thing, I'm probably going to maintain my schedule. Thursday evening will be, I'll reserve that for pub stuff. That will probably be a bit intermittent, but I probably will be able to do a bit more than I've been able to do. So if I can get like once or maybe twice a month of a Thursday, kind of just watching the pubs, and and if any of the units or the pub leaders want to jump on, still leave that as an option for them to jump on anytime they want to talk about a specific subject. Kind of whatever's on the mind of people. I might have set subjects, but usually I kind of like the free form. Did subjects for a bit last year, but it didn't really work too well. I mean, it worked okay, just nothing too exciting. Let's see, we got Overlook, 142, 130, 272 on the server pop, so we got Chungus from 12th VA. We got Ollie leading. Nice. Then we got Chunky here, Ryder. We got Homeless Banana. And Delta, I don't know Delta. Smells. No officer yet for that company, so shall see. Takes the officer slot for that company. Yep. Not so much a pub stomp as it was, a bit more of a spread on the officers now. So we will have to see how that goes. But yes, so right now for the schedule, like I said, Thursdays will be intermittent for pubs, but I will maintain reserved for pubs. For the rest of weekday stuff, there are events on Monday and Wednesday. I may be able to cover those intermittently. There's the Mountaineer campaign that's hosted by 4th West Virginia on Monday evenings and NA time. And then there's two events on Wednesday, the SSL League and GOA. Eagle covers the, well, he's going to be covering SSL this cycle for Wednesdays. And Sigmar from 4th West Virginia has been doing actually some pretty good coverage for Mountaineer campaign. So right now, even if I could, it would be very minimal coverage. I might start covering GOA on Wednesdays, depending, unless somebody else starts covering GOA. I'll kind of leave it to them. And by the way, if anybody ever has interest in jumping into the commentating, streaming side of War Rights, I just say just do it, man. Just jump in. Just go for it. We need more people. We can't cover all the events, and even if you got two people covering an event, it's fine because you're never going to catch everything, especially with some of these bigger events. So Yeah, if you're interested in covering it, just jump in and just go with it. You know, learn as you go. So right now, my schedule will probably still mostly be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right now, for the next week or two, I have time for the EU on Friday, but that likely will change, and I likely will be only able to cover Friday NA for the UEC event intermittently. So that's I'll try to catch it when I can, but that date time is tough for me. Saturday evening, right now, I'm covering TSA. I know there's some talk of a. Well, before I get to that, I know there's other events. I think it's Blue and the Gray on Friday afternoon. Right now, my philosophy has been to, as we kind of see the two teams getting set up here. I'm going to watch the action for a little bit here, then we'll go back to the talk.
Get behind the rocks. Get behind cover.
So the thing is, the Union is very much not in a good place on this map. The CSA was able to cut them off, and I forget the exact place. I think it's right here. If they are able to push to right here, there's no way for the Union to move up the mountain here. So you see a very aggressive play by the CSA initially here, and they're going to try to cut off the Union.
Keep clearing them. Keep clearing them. Please.
Hey, what's going on, mate? Yeah, I was glad I was able to get one in here. Kind of sneak them in when I can.
They're charging. They're charging.
Keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving, boys. Keep moving. Kill them all. Kill them all.
Oh, the Union's actually doing a pretty good job holding on for now. Part of the reason is you got all these troops up here.
Southwest west.
Chungus is kind of having a volley. Is that Chungus from 9th Corps?
You're ready to charge, boys.
Was that a different Chungus? Oh, man. Well, glad you got a little bit of time off, brother. Jesus. They got you working the holidays. Well, that's no good, man. You get some rest at least.
Good luck, partner.
Hopefully they got some time coming to you.
Whatever.
Oh, here comes the CSA attack down the hill.
Company B on the line. Michigan, Company B on the line.
They're charging, boy.
Tighten up, get the flag in the gully, get the flag in the gully behind us, get the flag in the gully, stop reloading, boys, they're charging.
Oh, no. Hell no. What's going on, Brent? Yeah, double shift on Christmas and New Year's is... fuck my life, man. I hope you got some good overtime off of it.
Stay with the flag. You three, stay with the flag.
Michigan A, reform line up here. Continue to fire
Slowly push the point.
Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry.
They're coming from the right.
You're either blind or you're stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid.
Look out for Rambo. Look out for Rambo.
Flag, boy, but get that
Looks like the CSA is going to get there. Yep.
Listen.
And that will end this match, unfortunately. And once they take this, they push them, it's over. Kind of a shit map. Oh man, Carrie, well, you don't have to talk, man. You can just play too. You don't want to fuck your voice up anymore.
Come here, flag. Come here, flag. Come here, flag.
Get the flags out of here. Get the flags out of here.
Flags run back. Flags run back.
Get the flags going. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. There you go. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out.
Go for those flags. Go for those flags.
Get them out. No.
Take me to your position. Tap T. Tap T.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you know, sometimes it's good just to play though, Hazard. You know. But yeah, you know, they see it's like, oh yeah, you want to take a slot, but I mean, I wouldn't take a slot for this map. I'll be honest with you. This is kind of over.
Keep moving. Don't stop here. It's good, boys. We'll get back up there, reorganize, and push them out.
Yeah, you're not pushing nobody out. If you do, it costs you too much damn time. Yeah, it's tough.
Form a good line in the road, start shooting back.
Yeah, yeah.
Form a good line in the road, start shooting back. Who's our flag? Bosch, I need you up
What's
there. Come on.
It's very low. It's very tough.
They pushed us all the way
CSA's really got to screw up to lose it.
We're gonna have to start shooting and getting up. We got most of the top
It's in
here.
my face.
Run the boulder.
Guys, get our flag up. Get our flag up, please. Someone pick the flag up. We can't stay here. Let's launch it forward. There you go. 51st B, keep forming this line in the road, boys. Y'all done good so far. Just get reformed.
Shoot.
Thank you, Chims.
Get on the line. Don't be pussies. Get on the line.
I'm going in, Chunky. Fuck this. Company A, get ready, boys. Get ready. I'm not getting pushed back in my spawn like this. Company, move forward. Let's go.
No, I agree with you. It's a tough habit to break. I mean, it can work, but I would argue it's very tough on pubs with 5-second respawn to outshoot somebody. It's possible. It's tough though. And by the time you actually do it, the timer's probably already gone. So it's or reinforcements come in. It's contention. You really got to be master the way of the bayonet.
We gotta get in there.
Bayonets on, boys. Bayonets on. Beat for violence.
Now, if you're defending, you can shoot all day.
Nobody counter-charge now! Charge, boys. Counter-charge.
Stab one. Stab one.
Keep attacking them, boys. Stab and go. Push through them. Push through them. Come on. Push through them.
Charge.
Push through them, boys. Stab and go.
Get the flag up.
They're gonna make him.
Get up here. We got him. We got him. Get up here. We got him. Get up here. Move up. We got him.
Keep going. Keep going, boys. Keep going.
Looks like they punched through. Guess you got these guys up here, kind of playing their own little game. So here's the problem. Oh, look at us. We're great. We're shooting down here. These guys all punch through. Like I said, unless the CSA fucks up, which they did. And it gives Union time to recap and, more importantly, get out and not get trapped. I don't know what this is. That's just fucking idiotic. Who's leading up here?
Everyone else keeps shooting.
I don't know, Chungus. I don't know. I don't think it's a good move. Not a good move, in my opinion. Need to hold this.
Let's do it, boy.
Watch north and northeast.
Company B, Michigan. Company B, Michigan. It's on.
Together. Let's get the company together. Bring down those colors. Bring down the colors.
Now he's going to charge in, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens.
51st B, let's go back.
Reform on the road, independent fire, boys.
Hey, boys, we got Yanks behind us on this wagon.
It's their
On the
respawn.
wagon, boys, behind us.
That's where they'll be. Now you're gonna.
Come on, aviation. Come here.
Good counter charge here by the Union.
Hey, boys, they're behind us. Oh my god, they're sandwiching us.
Yeah, it's a very thin bay. You get ended the game. Yeah, I'm stuck there with the point. It's over. You don't recover from it. So we'll see what they do from here. Now, I would say that they're sending a bit too much to deal with that threat here, and not enough guarding the point. And the CSA might be able to walk in and take it. I don't know.
They're coming down the ramp right now.
Which direction? Left, left.
Yeah.
Bring boys, up and over, go, go.
It only matters in the margins.
Warn the others.
Flag, stay in the rear, flag, stay in the rear. Thank you, flag. My boys, we hold until we die.
Rebels don't have flags. Those rebels don't have a flag.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you wipe them, you win. It's you just win. So.
Gentlemen, slowly advance the line. Slowly advance.
Okay, so we'll each you took the other leadership.
Slowly advance. You heard the man. Get up there.
Yeah, I would agree. You should be doing a full-on assault right now if I was the CSA. Hey, what's going on, Wolf? Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're having a good New Year.
Someone get this flag up.
Stand on the flag. Stay in formation.
On the hill, northeast, northeast on the hill.
Up the hill, east.
Do they have a flag?
No,
I couldn't find it when I charged up there. I think that's what they came down for originally.
We'll just stay in the bank. They gotta put This is a good push.
No, it's good to hear, Werewolf. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, they've been talking about like a general mode for that was in the original. If I remember right, I think that was in the original roadmap. Was kind of like a general mode. So I don't know if they've revisited and kind of updated their thoughts. But I mean, with the 400-man server, I think that's a good level for a population. You know, if they want to get up to like a 450 or 500, maybe, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know if they can manage that. That's a lot of connections. I think 400 is a pretty good level. They can get it stable at that level. I'd be curious if you would think it'd be better with 4 or 6 companies at the 400. What you guys think? If it would be better with 4 or 6? I'm kind of going back and forth on it myself.
Let's hold, gentlemen, hold for a second. We're gonna hold, boys. We're gonna hold. You gotta company, new line, boys, new line right here. Shoot them down, boys, shoot them down. If they get near that pole, we'll charge them out.
Oh, overhaul completely?
Good job. Who's the bar? Just keep holding.
So what are you thinking, Hazard?
Guys down here, on me, guys to me, guys to me. Let's go. Oh, everybody with me. Everybody with me. Flags. Guys, press C and go to your officer. I need my company with me.
So the Union's already in very good shape here. They've already defended the flag here. Even if the CSA manages to decap it, they'll start at a neutral morale state. And because the Union's out here and the CSA's over here, they are not trapped in their main. So that was, I'm amazed the CSA is not maneuvering to kind of collapse that point here. I mean, maybe they think they take it here and shoot them out and then trap them. Maybe that's what they're thinking, which is not a horrible idea. But we'll see. 283. So a regimental HQ section. What would the 3 characters do in the? You thinking? Like I'm assuming one would be the commander. What would the other 2 be? Hey, what's going on, Killer?
We're decapping. Get them off the decap. Get off the decap. Go, 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 go.
The top war rights officer, some say. Surprised you're not sleeping, man. Recovering.
Can we kill the guy that Captain Blue? Let's go.
Oh, so the regimental headquarters would have 2 COs? Okay, so there'd be 2 company officers, and then they would have 2 subordinate officers. Okay, I see what you're saying. So kind of a 1-2-4 is kind of what you're seeing. So that was a so the CSA did wipe and decap there, which was big. So now they do have an opportunity to stuff them. So it was a good hold for the Union, just couldn't manage it. So I guess going down that angle did work out pretty well for them. I mean that's how actual military operations work. Usually, you don't want to have more than 4 to 6 subordinates, and 2 is kind of ideal. If you got the command and control Schlitz for it. Oh, good shit, man. What would the 2 regimental COs do? Like, how do you see that differencing between them and the company? Like, I get what the headquarter guys would do, the main CO, but what would the intermediate officers, those 2 regimental COs do, you think? I mean, I know generally coordinate, but... Less chit-chat. One is the best and will always do. It's way easier. Yeah.
On the line, independent fire.
Chit-chat is a thing.
Shoot him, kill him.
We got rifles, they got muskets. Come on, boy. Shoot about dick height.
You get him, Ollie. You get him. Yeah, see, here's the problem now. Union is just stuck in that position here in a gunfight. Well, the CSA could just go and cap as they like. Where's the next point, by the way? Up here? Oh, here's the point. Oh, the Union might be able to cap this, actually. Yeah, so, how would I do this? Well, there's some side shots that you do in there too, Killer, and some backs, that you like to do. Some little maneuvering that you enjoy.
Your friends are gonna be pulling.
Okay, Georgia B Company, pull it back. Georgia B Company.
I know, right? Why are we sitting back at a bridge shooting at them? Like, fucking wake up.
Oh, did he fall down? Oh yeah, no, I know. I've seen it many times. I should have submitted one of those attacks for the best video. There's a couple good ones this year. Oh, did he fall down? This is actually 2 of the probably most fortuitous spawn points for the Union right now, and that's why it's so close. There might be some holes on the mechanics here. You got the boat assets they like to bring out there. Now, I wonder... Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the boat asset isn't actually above the water, but, Oh, well. Enjoy Christmas, mate.
Where do you think you're going?
The body's in the water. Let's. Whoa. If I go in the water, it goes, as you can see, kind of. I can see down here, but I don't see. I do have bodies turned off though, just to kind of save some processing power. I mean, as a spectator, I can, but I don't know about individual. It'll be good to be able to see you for War Rights tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Yeah, I did see EB signed up, so that'll be cool seeing EB in the UEC.
I got your flag here, homeless.
Gotta watch out for Killer though. Always watch your backs. He'll sneak up on you. Sneaky.
Get on the line.
Oh, there's Ollie.
Alright, reload.
Come on, you goobers. Get on the line.
He's trying.
I think it's the best play we have right here.
Yeah, he's kind of. He's got no good options, really. Yeah, it's a possibility, Killer. Yeah, CSA is playing pretty safe right now. Union's gonna try this charge. They might be able to, if they can get the flag down here. I'd send a team down here, try to get the flag and try to get it up here.
Thank you, push. Flag, come with me. We have a special task.
Oh, Homeless Banana figured it out.
I'm with you, partner.
Yeah, these guys are kind of staying back a bit here. Kind of surprised. They kind of letting these guys get nailed in detail. Saw this a couple times. Is this Waluigi and Ryder? So they're trying to maneuver. See these guys.
Oh my God! Pick that up. Pick that up.
Oh, it is glitched.
Okay, this is my flag. Hey, homeless, I got this. This is my flag. Can you put it on the pole? All right. We're gonna probably need to get him. Sterling, you know the vibes. You know the vibes. Just start it.
Oh, good shit, man.
We're not in formation. Just start it and get off so someone else can finish it.
Yeah, I've been seeing EB in a couple different events, so good to see you coming back in once the schedule gets a little bit better. I would say these guys got to get off the bridge and defend up a little bit. Leave the flag here, but everybody else needs to go. And they're going to get cut off. Ooh. Yeah, they do. Got too many guys hanging out back here.
All right, boys, off the bridge. Let's get up there. Look, rebels are about to pinch us down here. We got to get off this thing and up there. We got to get our flag back to the Union Main.
Listen. Run that flag into the water now. Jump off the bridge, Sterling. Jump off the bridge. I need this to despawn. Everybody else forward.
Good move, guys. Charge!
There, you got some bodies floating down. There you go. There you go. There you go, Philippe.
Someone decap, someone. Delta volunteers, tribute.
A and B knows. A and B knows.
Virginia B, break your loads. If you're over here, we're moving on left, guys. Come on now. You should have already done this before. Come on now. Make an L formation, boys. L formation. L formation, y'all. L formation, goddammit. Defend both parts.
Flag in the bushes.
Oh, there they are. They're playing in the bushes.
Get that flag, boys. Get that flag.
Yeah, they get a little, they got some, rule, you know.
What are you doing?
You gotta adjust to it.
What is wrong with you people?
Man, oh man. Well, I appreciate having you, Philippe, man. I know it's later killer. I know it's like probably after midnight at least, I'm assuming now for you. I don't know what they do with Greenwich Mean.
Let's show them what Vietnam is.
Vietnam.
They haven't capped yet. Interesting. They did decap, which is all they need to do, but... Yeah, it's probably a safer option. Better idea, just not cap. Oof. Way too early in the morning. Or late at night, I guess.
Bayo and go, Bayo and go.
It's constant pressure.
Fuck you!
Not right now, but I could jump in one if you want to jump in the chat. With a voice chat, I should say, if you want to. Hey, Happy New Year, Philippe, man. Good seeing you. Get some sleep, brother. Well, your voice did say it was hurting, man, so I don't want you to overextend yourself. But if you feel like jumping in, yeah, let's see, where can we jump in? Yeah, you just join UEC. I'll make use of their Discord. Unless they yell at me. I'm sure they won't. I really should make my own Discord channel. I'm just way too lazy. Well, it's not that, really. I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel like dealing with giving permissions and figuring that all out.
Like right here. They're right ahead of us. They're coming through. Look at how many it is.
Stab one and keep going.
Yeah, you know, I might have to, do I have to do a sponsorship deal for A&V?
Spawn in Bayos.
Gotta give you guys outro.
Bayos and go, boys. This is Bay Network.
I'm on right up.
Actually, which one of you? Let's see. Do I have EB's Discord? I'm sure I do.
Don't get in that melee. Just make sure you don't die. That's fine. We tighten up. You let them come. You don't run from their charger. All right, boys. I need some guys to go guard the point.
Actually, do you have are you, Hazard? Are you in the pub officer Discord?
We're gonna go hold that point.
Yeah, I'll just jump in there. Somebody else jumps in, they jump in, whatever. Be alright. Yeah, in the pod. Yep. Hey, what's going on, Hazard?
Oh, I wish I could say doing better.
Yeah, man, I was gonna say, I don't know about you doing the chat right now.
It's rough, but I'm managing.
So, well, happy New Year, brother. I'm hoping you get some rest here soon.
Yeah, I know. I would have done 2 doubles in a row, but today I had to call in because it's gotten worse.
You got some time over the weekend, I hope, at least to rest up, or
work.
Man, you gotta find some time, brother.
I know.
I know it's tough, man. On that grind, though.
People are traveling, and that's my job. I gotta transfer their baggage. So it's, especially during the holidays, it's bad. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the complete overhaul I think they should do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can go for it, brother.
So my thinking is the 1, 2, and 4 system. I think that would be a better system than what they have now, because essentially it's just 4 doing complete random shit. Essentially, unless, they all like working with each other, and they all want to work with each other, there's no centralized coordination. It's just 4 companies doing random shit, at least in pubs. The 1, 2, and 4 system would be good for implementing the break gen class that they want to do, from what I heard of, at least, that the devs are thinking of doing. Also would bring a more organized administrative point of view to pubs. I think it would be enjoyable, but that's just me. Especially after seeing, you know, because I lead in pubs a lot when I have the time at least, and a lot of times there's just dead weight, and I mean that in like not as an insult, but as an observation. Like from what I seen early in the stream, holding uphill when the unit is charging towards the point, and you can see your allies getting completely, utterly destroyed. That's dead weight in my opinion. That's stupid. You know, that's what you have with that sort of 4 headless system that we have now. 1, 2, and 4, there would at least be some sort of pull for that officer to move, you know, or for the dead weight to actually start pulling their own. I think at least. What's your perspective on it?
Well, it'd be tough to implement. I guess the first thing, the problem is how do you establish? Well, I guess it depends on how they do it. So I guess starting at the top is like, what in your view, what should the brigadier general be doing? What should be that overall commander functionally like? How should he operate in the game? Do you think should it be map based? Should he be a guy with glasses? How do you think that should operate?
So I think he should have there should be a map for him to access, which is like, you know how the post after action report kind of has it where the units are moving around and stuff, and you can see which company's which, etc. I think he should have a map kind of like that. But I also think if he wants to free roam the battlefield, he should be able to. Now, if he gets shot, I think there should be a severe ticket loss for that team. I think it should be, you know, Oddline's 5. I think it should be double that. I think it should be 10. Or even more than that. I think there needs to be a huge incentive for him just to stay as, you know, the general map reader. Unless, you know, some company or some regiment's doing some messed up stuff, then I could see him stepping out of that role. But I genuinely think, I'm curious of what they think of implementing, like how were they going to do it. I think it should have been done years ago when they were doing what is just the 300 player threshold. I think they should have done it. But it's the 4 companies that needs to change. That's
so you
I've been playing for years.
So you still think leave the number? You wouldn't add 2 extra companies with a 400 player server. You would just.
I would have it the 1, 2, and 4. My idea would be 2 regiments with two different companies, or you could do 3 regiments with 2 different companies. It's all up to how they want to implement it, or you could do 2 regiments and 3 companies. Just anything to change this current system. I'm not a proponent of how it's been going, with just 4 companies with no set organization. I remember what I pledged.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a lot of events add a commander overall. I think, you know, to kind of simulate that a little bit or create it kind of, you know, out of thin air. What's going on, Pineapple? Yeah, the music line was very nice. I got to play in that. Let me ask you this. Now, you said from the map. Do you think it would be... so if you were to do this, my proposal would be, you know, if you're on the respawn screen, that map?
Yeah.
That's the map where you could see the units. At least the friendly units. I don't know if the F2 screen would be that useful to him. I don't know. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I would say it would be the respawn map, or something like where he can, like, have it be like an action where he can pull up the map and he can't really see much else when he's looking solely at the map, and then he can put it down. There's a little simple animation to bring it up would not be nice and smooth for it as well. I agree that it should only show the friendly units unless they're actively engaged. Like, find a way where if it's like 6 people in formation or more shooting, that's the enemy shooting at the friendlies, and then they're like engaged in the firefights. Find a way to try to code where you can see them, like flickers of their line on the map. It's just something that I think would be cool to change up and mix up the gameplay a bit.
So, from the for communication right now, like as far as officers, they have the, you know, they could draw lines that people could see on the battlefield. How do you see them communicating with those junior officers or those regimental leaders? Would it be something like a graphic line like we see in that state, or is it just verbal communication? You're thinking?
I think it'd be good for like a general to have his own special sort of like line, or he can mark an objective somewhere on his little map and it shows up to the officer. Like take this, hold this, etc., etc.
So,
I think it'd be
so
cool
something
to bring
exclusive to that player,
Yes.
that officer player.
Yeah, it'd be exclusive to the lead. Yep.
Yeah, I think that would be necessary. And I mean, it's not built completely, but the warrant system I think kind of helps programming wise.
Fire at will, guys.
So Killer asked us, so he wants a Civil War HLL. It does sound a bit like HLL. Is that kind of your?
I've never actually played.
Oh, okay,
HLL, so I can't say.
So completely separate. Okay.
Yeah, I have never played. I never even seen gameplay, so I couldn't say.
Okay, yeah, held it loose at the World War II game. Okay, no, so yeah, not a inspiration then. So then I guess asking what would be the two junior officers? How do you see them interacting?
I, for one, think it would be good to keep the junior officers also in check of the general. Not necessarily like, completely throw chain of command out of the window, but if like the general's genuinely doing stupid shit, like I don't know, I'm trying to think of a terrible scenario that I've seen recently. It's been hard since I haven't had the time recently for PUBG, but I guess you know what? Yeah, I'll use this example. Eastwood skirmish. Let's say the general orders a direct frontal assault of all 4 Union companies to just charge the front fence line, where the Confederates, they can shift up the hill to the left side and kind of fire down upon. It's a stupid tactic. Something like that, right? Where if both the second in command like kind of disagree with that, they can at least consult with the general. Because right now, in our current gameplay, if one of the companies wants to go do their own thing and they sort of become a liability, because now you got to prepare your own tactics, knowing the liability could completely throw the game. I've had that happen so many frickin' times, which is why I want at least some sort of mix-up, because I'm perfectly fine with Cook's countercharge as Union, but it's hard when a company's just doing batshit stupid-ass stuff. And I think that maps like that.
You're good, Killer. I like, and I'll ask you a question too, so you can. I got you, Killer and Pineapple. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry not to cut you off. Yeah, I was going.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely, just a general mix-up. There needs to be something centralized, at least something that incentivizes that, because without that, it's just completely like when 3/4 of the team are genuinely trying to win the match, and then you have this one company, Quick Times, for example, the point, just in the glory of the moment. Yeah, it's cool for 5 minutes until you start losing. And then the people that actually want to win kind of get, smoke thrown in their face. I think there needs to be better centralization, especially if it's a game about, Civil War military, chain of command. There's already some, a sort of chain of command, but, majors and above never commanded companies. Which is why I also think, right, they already have major, lieutenant colonel, the high senior officers. Why don't they just implement a regimental system? If they're not going to do brigade system, which I heard they are, but if they're not going to do that, at least make it, some sort of regimental system implementation. That's my brainstorming, at least, is just have 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I guess trying to think through it functionally, and I'm seeing your comment there, Killer, as far as the dealing with the rogue officers. Would you give? Well, I guess first thing, would you have there's already a bit of a rank lock, as far as time in game. Would you? I'm assuming do something similar and kind of extend it for those regimental and then the brigadier general.
Yep, I think the brigadier general should have it where the minimum is you have to be your XPSB when it's highlighted in black with a black wreath, which I believe is 60.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
believe,
60 years when you hit that. Yep.
I highly believe that the general should have that as the cap. Once you start entering that territory, you know what you're doing. Most of the time, I mean, you do have these what I call professional officers who are professionally idiots, but yeah, I think generally that should be the cap for generals.
And then what do you think of like a 40 or a 30 for the regimentals?
Yeah, regimentals could be like 40. Have like a 20 level difference there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Companies should be a little bit higher. I think it's what 10 now for.
I believe it's 10. Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to be a little bit higher. Just a little bit. 15.
Yeah, I suppose you could do something like that, kind of like a 60, 30, 15 kind of
Company B, stay back
kind
on
of
this
thing.
line.
Yeah, I mean, there's this one officer I led with last time in the CSA. Oh my gosh. We lost a perfectly winnable game. I think it was, I'm trying to remember. It was an Antietam map. Oh yeah. Miller's Cornfield, which is such an easy map for the CSA. It's so easy. And we lost it because the rogue company decided falling in a cornfield was a great idea.
Yeah. So yeah, Killer saying, but having a gen isn't going to solve a bad officer. So
Sure, but they're already thinking of implementing that, though. That's what they said. They've
well,
already
yeah,
got
I mean, I guess
concept.
just talk it through how possibilities of how they could implement it. So we do
Exactly.
have the downvote system. Would you give the senior officer, or some kind of computation of, being able to like have 10 downvotes to his power or something, or how would he kind of enforce his?
I think the one with
his
the
will?
1, 2, and 4 system. I think the 2 and the 4 should kind of have more priority with their downvote power. Not complete, obviously, but they should have like a little bit. Like for example, their downvote counts is 3. I think that's perfect. It's not too much and it's not too little.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
get a little bit more say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning even a little bit harder on there, unless they have, some real hump to them to get them knocked out pretty quickly. They're not going to listen. There's no incentive to listen if they're already inclined not to listen. So, but then again, you get guys that can kind of troll pretty easy. So.
Yeah, I've seen that where people just waste their life just downloading the entire team. That's so stupid. Why do they even allow that? You shouldn't be able to downvote like.
Take it, bitch.
Because a lot of these servers now have admins, so POD's got a good thing going. You shouldn't be able to downvote an entire team. I'm sorry, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about the trolling piece of that, and like you said, it's already there.
Think COs
Yeah.
make it toxic. I mean, yeah, I see that, Pineapple, but here's the thing. They already do. So how are they going to improve it? How is the dev team going to improve the system? Because even an NCO, honestly, a really influential NCO, can lead a downvote spike and just downvote somebody into oblivion. I've seen it.
Now, what do you think about doing I guess bringing? I know you not familiar with HLL, but what they have is also a system of you can give kind of thumbs up to leaders, other squad mates.
I think that should be yeah. Why didn't they implement? That's a good thing. Good
so-
question for him is why didn't they implement that? If you're going to add a download system, you might as well add an upvote system.
Yeah. So I mean, usually after the match, maybe extra XP or even, hey, this guy is priority for officer. One thing I hate on this game is you have to unless you get in early and quick, half the time you can't get an officer slot. It's like
That's another thing. I think the lead officer should be voted upon.
Yeah. At least some kind of system of upvoting, or I don't
Needs
know.
to be like a nomination. 3 people can be nominated. Okay, and out of those 3 people, who's the team to vote for?
Now that might slow down the match. They might need like a 2-minute wait period while that goes on.
I think it should take. For example, I think that should happen before you even select your class. I think it should be 30-second time. Gives everybody a little bit to load in the server. Should have about 20 seconds, and then left, and then just vote on somebody. Nominate and vote. Or maybe 45 seconds. And
Now,
then
a lot of this I'm taking from HLL, so I know you're not familiar with it, but that's a lot of the systems I'm talking about is systems they use. So
I always was not a fan of the downvote system, but as I become more and more acquainted with it, it's useful, but it needs a counter. It needs an upvote system too. For example, right, majority of the team's not going to be trolls, so they're not going to be able to abuse the upvote system as much as the the downvote system.
No, I would.
Oh,
I agree with
Jesus
that.
Christ. Flag run, flag run.
So I guess
I
turning.
love this map for contention.
Oh, it's one of my favorite maps in the game for contention. Absolutely.
That last one was absolutely dog shit.
Oh, Overlook is horrible. It's... Yeah, but I mean, isn't that kind of already like you said? That's I mean, this sometimes you get new people in, but for the most part, it's the guys.
I've seen new players, but I've also seen there's a general culture.
All right, everyone push it up. Everyone push it up.
At least a general like silent culture. What do you call it? Social rule, whatever, unspoken. But it's like play NCO, get to learn the game before you take the CO slot. Otherwise, you're gonna get some backlash. I've seen officers who don't do that. There was one that I had a conversation with because I was trying to help him out a bit. Oh, I watched the movie Glory, so I immediately know how to play the game.
Oh, I mean, Glory is a good movie, but
it's like okay.
They did win that. They did win that battle, so
It's like not sure marching your company up a thin layer of sand is gonna be at a bunch of cannons is gonna be a good idea.
Oh yeah. So Union did get the first cap here, which I think is the first cap I've seen in about 3 games. So that's good for them. No, they got a cap last game. But they didn't get it. They didn't win it. They only capped it. They didn't actually carry it
Now
through.
here's the question: is Union on this map? Union's normally the spawn downhill, right? It's the one down. Down towards Schoolhouse. Right?
They spawned uphill for this one.
Oh, uphill. Okay.
I'm not
So
sure if
for
they swapped
this-
it or not. Hey, what's going on, Dixon? How you doing, brother?
So honestly, I've only played much on this map. I've pretty much 99% of the time I played the downhill side, where the on Schoolhouse Ridge, the CSA spawn. That's normally where I lead. This is a tough one if you spawn downhill, though. I mean, you have to get to the point immediately.
Get the flag up.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on where the flag is, but yeah, it could be a tough one.
If it's on the far left, you got to get there quick. If it's in the middle, hope your artillery's good.
Oh yeah. Oh, thanks, Dixon, man. No, I had a very nice holiday, man. Thanks for asking, brother.
Also, for the drill camp maps, does that randomize the regiments?
No, the regiments aren't randomized, but they have some interesting combos. They do have I forget which map it is, but they do have a cav on cav map, which I kind of enjoy quite a bit.
Well, yeah, cav on sharps is absolutely redundant.
So,
2 different playstyles with that.
It's quite fun. Some good maps too. I'm enjoying the new maps quite a bit. From what I've noticed, I haven't watched too many, but the balance the fix, at least for some of the maps, is much closer now. So
there's one map that looks like Fredericksburg, and I absolutely love it, even though it wasn't beneficial to me.
Oh yeah, well, it's gonna make when we do the reenactments a little bit easier.
It's the giant, the giant. I only played during the winter, but it's the giant hill. Confederate artillery's on the left side of the hill, points in the middle of a road. So you only got like a narrow flank pathway to the right, but mostly the fighting's on the hill. It looks awesome.
Oh yeah, no, there's some good ones, and I think I know the one you're talking about. I think it's Salem's Lot, but I could be wrong. Not Salem's Lot, Stefan's Lot. Jesus, Salem's Lot, a movie.
I think they purposely made these maps kind of to be like, hey, let's delay in releasing a map maker, because I'm a huge proponent of releasing at least a map maker.
Yeah, or at least a map editor. I don't even need a map maker. I just need to be able to set boundaries and spawn points and skirmish zones, and I'll be happy as a clam, man.
I'm surprised, honestly, that they made the drill camp maps more balanced than the biased Antietam and Harper's Ferry maps.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they haven't really looked at those maps in a while, as far as the balance goes, and they really need to.
Dunker Church is absolutely horrendous. Like, that's the one thing I'll say for the CSA. Dunker Church is absolutely horrendous. It's a fun map, but it's just holy crap. They're not going to win 99.9% of the time.
Once they scaled up to the, I mean, Dunker's a great map. I agree with you, Killer, but it's I usually know the outcome. I am a big fan of the
52%.
Conquest. What is it, Farmlands for Dunkers? I am a big fan of that map. But yeah. So I guess going back to the two junior, I guess I'll call them junior, two middle guys. Would you do something similar, like they could draw their own map icons that could be seen by the subordinates? Is that kind of what you think?
Yeah, they should. I think they should be able to draw their own map icons. I also think that there should be like a suggestion feature to the lead officer.
Kind of like a
point of suggestion.
Like a ping on a map, or a
like a ping or notification on the map.
Now, what do you think about? Now, if you're going to do this, my suggestion would be they take over the flag spawn. The colors are now under their control, and there's only one flag.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I also think, as of right now, the officers should have spawn priority, but that's probably not going to happen.
No, probably not. No. I mean, you kind of make it happen, but
should get spawn priority 100%.
I mean, with the 5-second, I don't think it's too bad usually. I mean, unless you get to like the 70-man maps, or the 70-man units. But
there was one point I was commanding a 98-man company on pubs on Cook's Counter Charges Union.
Okay. Oh, so you think Killer would be too many pings to make it too gamey? You think? What do you think about that? It would make it a little bit too much overlay, too much gaminess.
Have a timer delay for the suggestions. 30 seconds between each one. If you have a timer delay, it's not going to spam.
Oh, so they can only do one every 30 seconds or something?
Yep. One every 30 seconds. And have the first suggestion fade within like 10.
Stay spread out, boys. Stay spread out.
So it's not the spamming issue. It's you just think it would make it too. When you say historical, it just kind of take you out of it.
I would have it then as an option in your thing to disable suggestion. If you don't want to make a suggestion, you don't have to.
Okay, just make it like a toggle thing, kind of.
Yep. Kind of like with names, right? You can toggle. I keep mine personally off. I'm used to pressing T.
Oh, I hit T.
Like
I hit T constantly, man. But unless
I also do
cinematic recording or something. But like right now, I just as habit, I'm always hitting T just to.
I have it as hitting tab, just to see who's on.
Oh, so you're not a fan of the drawing lines. So you're a fan of the EU rule. Oh, the UEC doesn't let you draw lines too. It should let you know that for the Friday event. There are no line drawings in UEC.
Talking about you people.
Bro, I said there's rounds. Relax.
I remember when back when they first implemented it, officers were spamming that crap like crazy.
Good shot. You dropped that guy.
I mean, I find it useful to kind of, put down like, okay, target here, move here. It's a useful tool, but I could see how, I could see your point, Killer, about making it a little bit too gamey.
When I had that 98-man company on Cooks, there's no chance in hell I could get them to form shoulder to shoulder without that line. And even the line's a little bit,
Yeah. Yeah, so Killer's one of those. So Killer, you're now in that full EUEC kind of mindset as far as no text chat, no lines. Man, oh man.
Fall back to the new line, gentlemen. Fall back to the new line.
Fall back to the new line, you fucking.
Yeah, that's why I think it should be like an option. It should be like toggle or setting.
Yeah, no, I mean it's an interesting idea, and again, I'm a favor of compartmentalizing the command. I just don't know how it. I'm not sure how well it would play in pubs. I'm not sure how that would go, and not just lead to more backbiting. I guess is my biggest concern. I think it would be great for events, organized events, but at pub, I'm not sure. You think it'd be an issue, or do you think it kind of? They'd figure ways to make it work.
I think the pub community can adapt to anything.
Yeah, I think we're close.
I've played pubs for such a long time that I'm not really surprised by anything. I think that the pub community can adapt quite well. It's the fact that the trolls might be a problem.
So do you just need to have active admins, or
yeah, active administration, and I think an upvote system should be priority 2 to kind of balance the downvote system out, because right now it is horrible.
Yeah, I'm kind of amazed. Some of the guys I see with downvotes, and I'm like, what? Why? Like I have no reason. I have no reason why Viceroy has 3 down. Raid has 14. Jesus. Grippa has 10. That's nuts to me.
I can understand why some of them have it. And Grippa's good, but I can understand why some of them have it. Especially Vice.
Yeah,
playing with him, watching him and playing with him are like definitely 2 different things.
Yeah.
They're trying to rape my flag. Help me.
Go over the fence again. Go over the fence.
I also think the game, we at least our pub officers, we need to get rid of the stigma that, oh, if you play on the Rebel as an officer, if you're a Rebel officer, immediately when you play Union and we're losing, you're game throwing. Or, you don't know how to play as a Union officer. If they're a good officer in the CSA, they're going to be probably a halfway decent officer in the Union. They know the game mechanics well. It's...
Look at this dude! Look at this dude!
Crap, wow. That's crazy.
Oh, man. That guy's a hero. I think he's gonna win it. I'm not sure.
Do not let them shoot this shit. Get in front of the flag. Body block. Body block.
Stay in formation.
Get in front of the flag. Do not let them
Oh, they got it! Oh, that was crazy, man. I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
Man, he just walks up. He's like, yep, don't worry about me.
You know what? Actually, before any of this shit should be added, I think 100% there needs to be a pistol reloading. You should be able to at least reload your pistol once.
You think just one reload?
One reload. That's all you need. There's, back when there was Officer Rambos at smaller populations, it would be a huge problem. Now it's not a problem at all, so I think 100% they needed to add reloads, at least one reload for the officer. And they should make it like a long time. They should make it 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think it would hurt too bad. I don't think the balance at all to let you have one reload.
Now the Lamat, on the other hand, I know Killer might have a different opinion on that, but that thing is...
Think it'd be OP Killer?
Okay, that's not fun to go against, that's for sure. I love using it.
It's, well, I mean, half the time I see the officer's the first guy that goes down in charge and he just respawns in anyway. Same thing with defense, he's usually the first guy that goes down, so half the time it seems like they get an extra reload anyway just from that.
The southern gentlemen, gentlemen on the Confederacy, they got the better weapons. They got the Whitworth rifle and they got the Lamat. We have to deal with the Union majority of the time, the 61s, 55. Some got the Enfield.
Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back.
You get called out by your guys from being the first one in? Oh, Mr. Killer? Yeah, you do. Yeah, so, leader's supposed to be out front, So yeah, no, I mean the 1-2-4 system I think is an interesting thing. Were there any other functions or pieces to it you think to make it work, or?
I think the nomination. Then you know how Black. Have you ever played Blackwick?
Yes.
You know how that's kind of like you can nominate. They have a certain rating. Also, the upvote system. I think this should contribute to like a rating system as well for these officers. That would come into play with the service records as well. I think that they want to do.
Yeah, I think that would be a nice, kind of your upvotes based on your company, how many people upvote you, how many people downvote you. That's kind of a rolling score. I mean, there's always trolling that can be done with it, but
I think in general, like, also service remarks for the service record system. There's a lot of things that they could do right now. I don't know what their next plan is. If it's generals, then okay, good. I'm curious on how they implement it. But I'm really I'm really puzzled on where they go from here. Because I did not expect Draw Camp Skirmish. I did not expect that at all for the December update.
You know, what's that meme? You know, a surprise but a welcome one, you know?
Oh, 100%. You know, thank the Lord. 13 new maps.
Charge it.
Yeah.
I remember when I first led on those maps, I was like, the game feels new again, you know?
You know, not to... So I did that video about a month ago when I went through, like, the history of war rights. I was like, yeah, the last time we got a map update was South Mountain. You know, not a new game mode, a new map was South Mountain in 2020. So it's like... So I was like, yeah, you know... Like, I'm not saying I prompt them, but I'm like, okay, you know, who knows?
I am mixed on South Mountain. I got mixed feelings about that map pack.
No, I agree with you, but I mean, it's you know, I mean, as far as the drill camp goes, I mean, it's low, it's low effort, not low effort, I should say, but low resource driven. The assets already in there. All you have to do is, you know, set them up and let the community figure out the balance and, you know, do some testing on it.
I'm curious on how the resources are doing from the crowdfunding.
I'm sure that's all. I'm sure that's all gone at this point.
Yeah, I was a major digital edition crowdfunder, so I'm curious on where it all. It was over $1 million.
I'm sure.
So
I'm sure they've done that a couple of times with game sales at this point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's continuing. I just want to know where the million went, to be honest. I mean, I could understand paying for the crew for 7 years. That's already probably a quarter of that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you get 8 devs, you're talking like, you know, 40, 60 a year. You know, it's...
Yeah, it's already a quarter of that at least. And then you got CryEngine.
Yeah, it adds up. It's not cheap. But again,
I would say if they need more capital, they should do like they should release like another crowdfunding thing.
I mean, if capital's an issue, I mean, without giving the awards or the rewards from the crowdfunding, I would be hesitant to.
That would draw a lot of fire. Yeah, I can see that. But I don't understand the people that contribute General the Army and
Shoot that faggot! Shoot that
War
faggot!
Secretary or something like that. And it's over $1,000. Wow, like when I first seen there's 8 people that pledged like $1,900, I think it was, or $2,400 or something like that. I was shocked. It's like, holy crap, you're contributing like 3 weeks worth.
I mean, the game is. I mean, you got guys here that buy servers. You know, it's not cheap. It's you know, talking running a server for 3-4 years, man. You're talking $3-4 grand.
That's another thing. I think the fucking quality of G Portal is absolute ass, and it's not worth thousands of dollars. It's absolutely not worth thousands of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, for me, getting the continuing with the optimizations and getting us to 400, I think, is the next big thing. I think it could also be that you know, server migration and doing the you know, the token system. I think might be the next thing that they do. But
I'm hoping it's either the 400 player cap or it's the service records.
Well, the service records, I don't think would. Well, I don't know how much is involved in that as far as. I don't think it'd be too much, though. I don't know.
It shouldn't take that much capital either. Honestly, I think it's a simple implementation.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that being part of the summer update. You know, they usually do one in May or so.
Oh, summer! I can't wait.
You get some time at least.
Yeah, get us away from these holidays. Like, holy crap. Even at the airport, we had new hires parking planes.
Oh, Jesus.
It's gotten... People love traveling on the holidays. I don't blame them. I do the same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I tend to offset it, so, like, we... You know, I had a big family meetup second week of December. Kind of just, you know, do Christmas a little bit early type of thing.
The whole month it's been bad. We've had we've even had stowaways we've caught. Our airline alone's caught 2 of them. One from
sneaking in the baggage or
sneaking in the lavatory. So they just sit in the lavatory and then come out. Find an empty seat after the airplane's cruising, and when the seatbelt signs are off. But honestly, it's There was one caught from JFK Airport in New York to Charles de Gaulle, which is Paris. That's like an 8-hour stowaway flight. And then we had one from, I think it was Seattle to Honolulu or something like that, which is another long-ass flight. And they bypass, keep in mind, it's not easy to get us to be a stowaway because you're bypassing like 2 security measures and screenings, plus you're bypassing the gate agent who checks for your boarding pass. And then you're bypassing the flight attendants. So I'm shocked that people managed to find a way to do it.
Oh man, that is some work. That's some...
All that work to get a felony though, like that's.
You know, you think about it, you can put that effort into some other more productive things, but you know.
If I had all that effort and getting income, I'd be rich. Said they got felonies they got at right after they got off the airplane.
Yep. It's a pretty close match.
John Brown, that's one of the officers I led with on Cooks, so we got the Union Cooks win. There's one strategy I found out for pubs that works quite well, but again, requires the whole team to play behind the same plan.
Oh, what you guys do?
Almost never happens. We hold the road. We don't go past it.
Oh, the coming out of spawn?
Yeah, the long road next to the spawn. That way, if they come right, you can shift a company right to help out the defending company on the right side. If they shift it left, you got 2 companies to the left. It's a really good area. CSA hasn't learned to counter it yet, but it's a rare tactic that Union, because Union's like so used to losing on that map, they don't want to try. But that's the one strategy we've actually won on, and that was we won breaking to final push, so we were actually above morale on that map, which is really hard to do.
They didn't just early cap and fall back?
The CSA, they tried early capping like twice, and we just immediately recapped. We just bled time as much as we could, and then eventually they just all rushed the center for point. It tried capping, and all of us just formed like a semicircle around the point, and we were just shooting from all sides. And they were getting annihilated.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like early cap. Just keep early capping is the. Surprised they didn't keep that going. I mean, even if it's stopping time, you're still going down on casualties.
My guessing is, since it didn't work twice for them, you know, the CSA pub players are just screaming at their officers, do something different, this isn't working. Oftentimes, right, and that pressure actually works because the officer's forced to choose something else, so they get downvoted to oblivion.
Yeah, I can see that.
I wish there was a general, you know, like an in-game tutorial that players can, kind of like Black Wake. They have a shitty tutorial, but at least they got a tutorial.
Yeah, I mean, they got the YouTube videos, but that's about it.
I genuinely think, like, you know, if you're like level 1 to level 5 or level 10, you should not have the ability to download unless you actually, you know the game.
Oh, so you think lock out the voting system for a bit?
For when you're just getting into the game, yes, you should not be able to download. I think that's also part of the abuse that you see the mass freaking down arrows next to everybody's names.
Well,
look at the CSA right now.
Yeah,
everything is downloaded.
Yeah, I mean it's a crowd kind of thing. It's, you know.
I bet you some of these people that are actually downvoting these people have no idea what that is. Have no idea what it means.
Well, they hear somebody say, "Hey, downvote this guy." They just, "Oh, okay, whatever." Guy told me to do it. I'll do it.
I don't ever call for downvotes, but like there's one time where we had a CO that was it was a regimental player as well. It was just he did not know how to lead. He's like level 50. And since he's level 50, I wasn't treating him like a new player. I was like, okay, you know what you're doing, right? No, he did not know what he was doing. He was constantly just throwing, and I was like, all right, if he's just gonna throw, I told my regiment, I'm not gonna encourage you to downvote him, but I'm going to downvote him. Personally, I think he's throwing the game. Yeah, I think that, you know, at least senior guys like us, we should not be like necessarily encouraging it, just Just be like, hey, if you actually think an officer's doing a bad job, and that, you know, that's what introducing a restriction and downvoting for new players. I don't think they should be able to chime in, but I think the people that are experienced, like if you think that your officer's doing a bad job, you should have that option there for you. Or if your officer's just sitting there, like, there's one time on skirmishers, this officer's just sitting there for 5 to 10 minutes just explaining his plan. This is what I plan on doing. This is, you know, just sitting there talking and not actually acting out the plan. Which you won't believe how much times I've seen that recently, but when you actually, I think that's useless. You should take 20 seconds to explain your plan and move. Go. Do it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be overly complicated, because, you know, you're gonna change once you meet contact anyway, so, I mean, you do want to have something, but yeah, you usually don't need to make something overly complicated.
I know the CSA likes doing that stuff. There was a, you know what, funny thing is, that new map where the point is on the stone wall for the drill camp, and there's a cabin right in front of the stone wall. I don't remember the map for the life of me, but there's woods to the right of the point, and it's a long road to the left. And there's a pond also next to the point as well. The CSA, the other night, the CSA was just talking, this officer was talking about his plan to his guys in a bunch of bushes near the pond. And I just charged my company right in their face. And we did a silent charge so they didn't hear us coming. We just started stabbing. And their officer had to cut his plan short. And I was like, so, you know, as I said over his dead body, what's the plan, officer? Curious, tell me. That was, you know, moments like this, like that, you know, actually keep the game enjoyable for me. Because I've been playing for fucking 2017, 2016, around there.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it's changed a bit, but it's still a lot of...
It's a lot of repetition.
A lot of repetition to it, yeah.
It's easy to get burned out, but I will say, you know, funny moments like that is what keeps it refreshing for me. And also these occasional rare, extremely rare updates.
Yeah, I mean, their updates are... They don't have a horrible update schedule. The problem is what the updates are. You know, it's you know...
Water waiting. That was... that was a really controversial one.
Yeah, yeah.
We got him. Everybody hold. Everybody hold. Everybody hold.
Am I the only one that thinks the officer running with his pistol out when he's full on sprinting looks kind of stupid?
It looks a little off. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of just
looks
like,
derpy as hell. Like, literally, you're trying to, you know, charge with epic music playing on your soundboard, and it's just, you look derpy as hell running with your pistol out.
Stop.
I think they need to smooth that animation. That's awful.
Oh, yep, here it is, actually. It's juicy.
I suggested one thing to the devs years ago. About 4 years ago, so yeah, I guess around the time of South Mountain. I was like, we should have it where if we're quick timing, we can point, as officers or NCOs, we can point our swords out in front. Kind of like, you know, how you can stand still and point. You can do so with your sword while marching forward. I think that would add like a nice cinematic touch.
I'd agree. I think that'd be a nice little thing.
Kind of like how you see in reenactments, you see sometimes commissioned officers and stuff that are just pointing their swords out in front to direct the line and stuff. I think that you should be able to do that, but that's the one thing I'll agree with Killer on, though, is I think, you know, adding that system could be, you know, soothing for us people who enjoy the historical accuracy. Rather than using a line, you can use that.
Or you could have it, you know, as part of the animation when you draw a line, you know. That might be a bit too much, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they add... I need more content. I really do.
I still think a map editor would solve the problem.
Oh, yeah, that would solve everything. I think, honestly, also, why can't we change the service to winter?
Oh, that's something I've been asking for forever.
Absolutely
give me the winter and the fall. I mean, yeah, you might have to make the game a little bit bigger as far as the file size, but okay, whatever. You got to add 4 gigs to the game. Add 4 gigs to the game. Really?
I mean, winter's already pretty much,
I get to enjoy it. I mean, for 2 weeks out of the year, and it changes the map subs. It really does, both fall and the winter.
I love the winter. Like, the snow is so beautiful.
There's some options they can have that are kind of low intensity as far as resource goes, but
Also, ticket editor would be good, but that's map editor, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean the same thing with the map editors, ticket editor, or, spawn point. You can play with that. Again, I don't need like a full I don't need the ability.
Sides.
Yeah, swap sides, change spawn locations. I don't need to be able to make a whole different goddamn map. Like I don't need to be able to put tree here, put tree here. I don't need that. I just need give me the terrain that you've built. It's all in one big thing anyway.
I would like.
I mean, it's all here. Let me set up what I want, where I want it.
If they have a map editor, map creator, whatever, someone would immediately make Gettysburg or Shiloh or Vicksburg. That would make my day. Either one of those 3. Honestly, I'd like Gettysburg first just because I love the climax of the war, but Vicksburg I think would be really nice. It'd be a way better urban map than shitty Harper's. I'm sorry. I'm a Harper's hater. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to... I'll be honest with you, I think they're going to be hesitant to give us a full map editor like that.
It's good enough.
It brings so much capital. I think it would bring way more capital than they're thinking.
Well, I think
the game now that
Well, it's kind of give a mouse a cookie type of thing. It's okay now. It's okay. I need more regiments. Okay, now I need more weapons. Now I need more. Okay.
Why don't they just add a regiment editor too?
That's it's
that's simple. That's a low capital intensive thing that they could add is add an option to create a regiment.
Yeah. Well, then you start getting into your Napoleonic mods, your Prussian mods, et cetera, et cetera.
I get they don't want their game turned into like a.
It's a Mountain Blade, at that point, which I think I love Mountain Blade. It's.
I used to come from the North and South mod on that. I loved that game. But I get why they don't want that to happen. But it's like it would solve a lot of your issues. Like if it's a capital reason, map editor would fix that. It would bring in a lot more players that are interested in other battles besides Antietam, the General Maryland campaign, I should say. I'm a big fan of Vicksburg. Petersburg would be really cool on the east. There's one thing I'm against those. That's fucking naval battles. I cannot stand that shit. How are you gonna code an ironclad in?
Yeah, I think it's a bit. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, for me, I don't even need all that. Just give me the ability to play with the terrain. There's so much terrain out here that you can play with. Yeah, it'd be cool if they had a full map editor, but I just don't see that in the cards.
With what we're being handed now.
No, they've been very, they talked about a map editor, but they, nothing that I could see that in depth.
Oh, I got a slot too. No, come on. I had a 65th Illinois bottom 8 company too. That'd been nice.
Yeah, well, that might be a good spot to for me to jump off then, so you can jump in and lead. Do you want to give a quick shout out to the Eagle Brigade?
Yeah, sure. So we are the Eagle Brigade. I lead one of the at this point it's one of the biggest brigades in the Union, but we see more of ourselves as a community aspect. Even our inactive players, we don't like to purge or kick them out like other regiments do, because we understand real life happens. I got my own real life situation going on, so we always sympathize with that. Where if you want to come play with us, you don't even have to join. You can work with us. Someone can just send our Discord out and get you set up.
Yep, and I will include it in the video description, so anybody that wants to jump in, you just follow the link there to their Discord and get set up. So get some rest, man. Your throat, I'm a bit worried.
Yeah, I mean, this does not sound anything like my frickin'... It sounds like I'm congested as hell, but... I'm hoping I can get some rest tonight.
Oh yeah, man. Try to get some, man. So don't play too late. But anyway, it was great having you. Great hearing some ideas. I like, not opposed. I think 1-2-4 might be an interesting change. There's some things that had to be worked out for it, but I think the main thing is keep the updates, keep the things coming, and hopefully have consequential ones. So thanks again, Mr. Hazard, and yeah, I'll call it there. So y'all have a good evening. Happy New Year.
Good talking with you.